Welcome back to Sunrise. Listen, grab your popcorn and cue the lights because we're about to feature a film that's not your typical blockbuster. Check it out. The moments when faith feel a little foolish.
Yeah.
You were saying earlier, this don't make sense.
Yeah.
How can this man be a God or a king?
Yeah.
And not be doing something else? Look heroic, you know?
It's surreal to see it. I mean, it's one thing, I feel like when we read the word, you can imagine all that you can in your mind's eye, you know, you can picture it, you know. But when you see it on film, it kind of does something. And like when you look at even the cinematography and how close they get up into the person who's playing, obviously, who's depicting Jesus, how close they get up into his face. If you look at the shots there.
Yeah.
And just, you can just, oh my gosh.
Yeah,
you can just imagine the piercing into his head and the nails in his hands and the nails in his feet.
Pain.
You can.
You feel the pain.
You really can. And it often feels, you feel unworthy. You feel I cannot comprehend that someone would do all of that for all of us.
Yeah, and I have a greater appreciation because of this imagery.
Yeah,
it's excellent work that brings us into like a, experience it. Let me bring you as close as possible to that experience.
Yeah.
Even the perspective of the persons, the standards by like watching on like, this happened for real. This is the man that we were walking with yesterday.
Yeah.
And we were watching him being pinned up. Roman soldiers, almost just doing their job.
Yeah.
You know? And his resolve still being, Daddy, forgive them. In pain and anguish.
Can you imagine? Forgive them, for they know not what they do. Surreal. I was actually sharing with John Mark, I'll share with you guys as well, I was sharing with John Mark that I've visited this site. The site that you're looking at here in the film, I've physically gone there.
Yes.
I've physically gone to the cell where Jesus was held. I have physically touched the slab where his body was laying. And
you haven't come back the same?
No.
I can't imagine.
Could never be the same after. And I feel like the closest that we get to it until we physically experience it is in films like these.
Yes.
You get a greater appreciation for what really transpired. And it almost just drives it home for you.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? It drives it home.
I watched my father watching, and I think it was on a Good Friday. And I just saw him get up from around the TV, and I heard weeping and crying from his bedroom. He's like, he couldn't continue watching. An overwhelming appreciation for what Christ has done came over him when he sees it. And as he said, not just read it. And so we are blessed to be able to have imagery and this type of documentation be represented on film. Yeah. It's amazing.
I also feel like no Good Friday is complete without watching one of these. You can't. You remember growing up as a child, these things have to come on TV.
Like every channel you take over. There's nothing else to watch.
When you watch The Chosen, Passion of Christ, name them.
Now, Kia, you want to flick through, you run up in a Jesus and go for one cross somewhere.
It's not funny, but it's funny. How you say it is funny. But we give thanks for depictions like these because I say a lot of people don't read the word. So it requires film sometimes to bring the word to life for people to actually digest and understand the magnitude of what it is that the story is. So films like these are solid.
It's true.
Yeah.
Listen, stay with us, Sunrise. We will be right back.